Haha, YouTube, what is going on? Oh my god, it's been a while, and a lot has happened. I was just checking, my last video was actually on the 20th of November. So, since then, what has happened? The question I'm sure you all want to know. No, in all honesty, it's been a crazy period of time. Lots has happened. Some good, some bad. So I'm going to quickly dissect it and give you a bit of an update really. So yeah, I'll just get right into it. So my last video, I think I was, how many days was I? 20 days, day 20. So just for those who are wondering, originally I got up to 89 days, no gamble, and then gambled again, which is obviously a recurring pattern in any addict's life. And it happened, which, it was going all great, and then change happened, and then the at the time, at the money, at the place, and it happened. So back to the drawing board. What changed? Well, at that point, I began to see a therapist again, but a formally weekly appointment, seeing a therapist. Really doing the right precautions, because I was doing things, I think, semi-right, but I wasn't in a good mind space. I've just about to start a new job, so I've now started a new job. So I think I started therapy the week before I started my new job, which I think has gone hand in hand. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and kind of getting over those humps when you're down, because when you're down and when you gamble again for the first time after a period of absence, it can be really disheartening. It can almost make you feel like you're worthless, and oh, what's the point? I'll just keep gambling. I can't stay away, and it can be really damaging to you as an individual. It really can. Like, I remember going through it myself, doing 8 to 9 days, and it's like all that period of time for nothing. I may as well just carry on gambling. But it's you that needs to pick yourself up out of it and realise, the effects, and look at the bigger picture, look at the long term. As gamblers, we're used to having that instant fix at any point, instantly. So it takes time. And that's my number one thing. It takes time. Nothing is going to fix itself straight away. Nothing at all will fix straight away. So it'll take heart, and sometimes you have to learn to sit with things, because as, gambling addicts, the reason we use gambling is a form of escapism to help manage problems in our own lives. And those problems could be anything. They could relate back to a childhood life. They could relate back to a period in your life when something's happened. It could relate back to some sort of trauma. It could relate back to a multiple of things. And one thing that has been really apparent to me and been extremely successful is the use of therapy, one-to-one therapy, on a weekly basis. Because you go there, you air it out, you talk about your problem, and then you get to understand why you do certain things. You get explanations. I think as a compulsive gambler, often you're not told, or you don't think, why do I do this? What are the reasons behind it? But you have to look at the bigger picture. So the gambling is just one part of it, And I'm not saying the moment you quit gambling, everything's going to be okay, because it's not. It's going to take time to rebuild, re-establish yourself, re-establish your networks, re-establish who you are as a person, what your goals are, what you want to achieve. And that's a step that, that I'm at right now. As to this day, Thursday what day is it? 9th of May at 10:59. I am 87 days in on my recovery. Again, I will always be a gambling addict. I'm fully aware of that. But right now, I feel in the best place I've ever been. True, I've done more days in the past. I've been, 100 odd days. I can't remember the exact number in the past. But right now, this is day 87, and I'm feeling incredibly positive. A lot has happened. So what has happened with me? As I said, I have a new job, which is great. It's fulfilling. it's better paid, which is always good, slowly increasing. But a thing that I've been speaking about lately is that I feel I'm in catch-up mode. You know, all those years of my life that I wasted gambling and wasting away earnings, I feel like I'm in catch-up mode, and I need to hold myself in from that. You know, essentially, things take time. Referring back to, again, it takes time. But with me personally, what has gambling taught me? What has not gambling taught me, should I say? And a lot, that I can stick to a routine, I can be extremely dedicated to anything I want to achieve. Like, one thing I've been doing a lot is hitting the gym, and I'm seeing, you know, amazing results because I'm dedicated, I'm passionate, I'm putting all my energy into it, and it's paying off. No, I won't show you now, but I will do some mad transformation at some point. You know, where I was when I first started going to the gym and where I'm at now, and it feels good. It's a routine. It's filling that void. But at the same time, how am I dealing with life? How am I dealing with everyday life? How am I able to sit with things when they feel uncomfortable, when things get too much? And the answer to that is, it comes with time. It comes with the ability to just sit with things, just sit with it, sit with the feeling, sit with the pain, and go through it. You know, don't just be rash with your decisions. Don't just run out and go and do something stupid. What I used to do, often would do, and it's been a real good period of time. It's been hard, but it's not been hard at the same time. I think since embedding therapy, the gym, eating correctly, and doing stuff that I always wanted to do, but I was never able to do because of gambling. So I recently went on a trip to New Zealand, the other side of the world. Like, to think about doing that is absolutely insane, and it's something I've wanted to do for many, many years, but gambling has always took that away from me. One, not having the funds. Two, just being too obsessed in gambling and not... It's... Whereas, without gambling, I was able to save for a few months and go and have the trip of a lifetime on the other side of the world. And what did that teach me? I think being in New Zealand was the most incredible time. I learnt a lot, seen a lot, met a lot of people, and I had a few, like, and I hate to say and sound cringe and zen, but I had almost like a spiritual awakening. You know, I went to Pacific Rocks there. Oh, what was it called? I forgot what it was called, but it was incredible. These rocks in the middle of nowhere. Castle Rock. Castle Rock. Castle Rock in New Zealand. It was insane. We went there, and I was on the top of the rocks. I took my shoes off, and I just laid down on the rocks, closed my eyes, and just thought about everything that I've achieved in that period of time, where I'm going, what I want to do, what I want to achieve. Because essentially, if you have no goal, what are you working towards? And it's the same. You can apply that principle to anything in life. If you don't have a goal, what are you working towards? If you quit gambling, why are you quitting gambling? What are the reasons for you to quit gambling? And you really need to look at yourself and assess that situation. Because I'm telling you now, your life will be better. Your life will be better. And the most amazing thing happened with the fob teas, the £2 max spin, and I think that's helped a lot of people. I know for me, there's no a bone in my body that wants to go and play a fob tee at all, because for me, it just there's no playing £2 spin. I can't win anything. It's just impossible, and it's just there's no. It doesn't seem realistic. Like now, looking at it from an outside perspective, the thought of gambling it just sounds so ludicrous that someone would go gamble. Like, you just can't win. But I just wish I'd seen this before. Whereas now I see incredibly well visioned. I'm banned from every single gambling website. I can't gamble online. No incentive to go to any bookies. Nothing at all. So I'm feeling good. And I'll be honest, I rarely have thoughts of gambling. I can't remember the last time I thought about it. But as I say, within therapy, you're addressing the underlying issues, because it's not the gambling really, it's kind of the underlying issues. As you as a person, is your self-esteem, is it the control? I know for me, I think it's the control of all circumstances, and when I don't have control of these situations, that's when I have to go and get my fix, you know. So when things are out of my control, I like to be in control of everything I do, and that's something that's really come through. But I think it's important for me to do these videos. I know I've gone on here and off over the years, but now feels like the right time to really, again, dedicate myself to doing it. Not because, oh, I should do it, rah rah, because I want to do it, because I know it benefits me, and anyone in recovery will know it's an incredibly selfish program. So why these videos may help somebody else, which I wholeheartedly hope they do. And you know, I'm always happy to talk about anyone. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but I've been through a lot and continually, you know, helping to change and, you know, grow as a person. But these videos are going to help me. It gives me that sounding space where I could just release my thoughts, what's been on my mind, and kind of what are the pressures of the week. And that's what I'm going to do with this. I seen some videos earlier by a lady called Kate. I think it's Katie. I did subscribe to her, and it was her video that really kind of made me do a video today, because I listened to it and, you know, I resonated with it, and I thought what she was saying, like, you know, you've been through it, and I was just so involved in it, and I really thought it was amazing. So a massive shout out to, I'm going to find her channel now, that's what I'm trying to do, Katie Clark. If you haven't seen the videos already, just type in Katie Clark and check out the videos. It's really kind of honest account of how gambling addiction gets you, in kind of the steps in recovery, and everyone's kind of path is different. So, and with gambling, I think the main thing you can do about it is talk about it. Talking about it, being open and being honest is the most important tool. Because if you're not open and honest with yourself, or, you know, how can you be open and honest to anybody else? How can you progress having all these lies? And so these are the certain things I'm going to address within, you know, the coming weeks, months, years. I'm really going to dedicate myself to it and upload a video like this, nothing fancy, just an honest account of what I've been up to. Because the other day, you know, you see people on YouTube and we talk about the originals, and, you know, back in the day there really was a few originals when I was at university. Seems like a million years ago, but probably come on 4 or 5 years ago. So I remember uploading these videos, same kind of videos, but in a completely different state of mind, a completely different place as a person. YouTube is a different place then, it's a different place now, God almighty, some of the stuff that happens here, but I want to use this platform for positivity, and I'm hoping I'll inspire others and help somebody. You know, if I can help somebody, brilliant. If not, no worries, no offence, you know, you do you. But I'm just here to educate myself and grow, and let off that bit of steam, you know. I need to have multiple ways that I can let off what I'm feeling. Therapy is great and it's working, and I advise anybody, if you're struggling with gambling addiction, look to seek therapy or counselling, or something that's where you can really go and talk to a person and have that physical contact with somebody in a professional capacity, because I think it's important. Again, GA will always help with that, and that's a free alternative, because therapy is expensive, but essentially you're investing in yourself and your longevity in future. So that's how I look at it. And look at the money that you would have gambled. It's just a no-brainer for me, although it is very expensive. But you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, I'm all about thinking about the bigger picture. Like I said, this was just supposed to be a quick video, a quick update of where I'm at and where I'm looking forward to going and what I want to do. So I've got quite a few travels planned for the future as well. So what I might do is do a few little travel vlogs along the way to give you a bit of an insight, to show you the kind of life that I'm living now. It even could be the little things, like, you know, now rather than really eating budget food, not eating properly, you know, I often go to M&S and I splash out on my M&S food, and it's because I can, and it makes me feel good, you know, eating nice food and actually eating properly. As an addict, you often not eat at all. So these were the things I used to neglect, whereas now I'm all about taking care of the body, taking care of my mind, the heart, body, mind, soul, etc. But anyway, I'm rabbiting. So that's just a quick update. Weekly videos will be coming, probably daily videos sometimes, because if I'm feeling in a good state, I will let things out. especially on my 90 days. I'll probably do a bit of a celebration, maybe an evening drinking update. So we'll see. But I hope everybody's well, and hopefully you'll stick with me for the ride. I know it's been literally up, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down, and now we're right back at the top of that peak. I've really hit that peak. So I look forward to delivering these videos, and hopefully you'll get something from it. Alright, thanks YouTube. Till next time.